next topic is write down and use Cartesian components of a vector in two dimensions. Now we use the Cartesian components to represent a vector in two dimensions. Okay, and you have seen previous that the unit vector in x direction is I, and the unit vector in y direction is j. The vectors I and j are unit vectors parallel to x-axis and y-axis and in the direction of increasing x and increasing y respectively. It means that I is along x increasing and j is along y increasing, right? Here is an example. The point A and B in the diagram have coordinates 3, 4 and 11, 2. So first of all, we have to plot the points. 3, 4 is 3 on x-axis and 4 on y-axis. This is the 3, 4 point. And also 11 on x-axis and 2 on y-axis. This is the uh, point 11, 2, right? Respectively, find in terms of I and j the position vector of A, the position vector of B, and the vector AB. So what is the position vector of A? We just draw perpendicular on x-axis as well as draw perpendicular on y-axis. So you can see that on x-axis it moves 3 units. So 3i plus on y-axis it moves 4 units. So it will 4j. So its answer will be 3i plus 4j, right? And also for B, it draw perpendicular on x-axis and also draw perpendicular on y-axis. So you can check that the on x-axis it moves 11 units, so 11i, and it will becomes 2j. Why? Because on y-axis it moves 2 units. Okay. Next is the vector AB, and AB can be found by subtracting. You have seen in previous that AB is equals to OB minus OA, right? So what is OB? That is simple 11i plus 2j, that is the position vector of B. And what is OA? That is 3i plus 4j, that is the position vector of A, point A. Okay, and you can see that in the subtraction of the vectors in the simple Cartesian component form, you can subtract I terms with I terms and j terms with j terms. So 11i minus 3i, that will becomes 8i, and 2j minus 4j, it will becomes minus 2j. So this is the answer of AB. You can write the vector with Cartesian components xi plus yj as a column matrix. So you can also write the Cartesian component in column matrix. It will becomes 3, 4, right? Second one becomes 11, 2, and the AB becomes 8 and minus 2. Understand or not? This is another notation to express the vectors. Any problem?
No.
Okay, next one is the simple fact that I goes on 1 unit across j goes on 1 unit, and they both are perpendicular to each other. I has the magnitude 1, j has also the magnitude 1, but they are perpendicular to each other. Why perpendicular? Because the x-axis and y-axis are also perpendicular to each other. So the hint is that this standard notation is easy to read and also avoid the need to write or lengthy expressions with I and j terms. So that just save your time this notation. Okay. Next one is the example 13. Given that a is equals to this one, this a vector is given in the Cartesian component form, that is 2i plus 5j. B is equals to 12i minus 10j, and C is equals to 3i plus 9j, right? And we have to find A plus B plus C using the column matrix. So first of all, we have to convert these Cartesian component form into column matrix form, that is 2, 5. right? And that is 12 minus 10, that is minus 3 9. Okay, and in column matrix you can see that when we add or subtract the upper values or add it to the upper values, it will becomes 14 minus 3, that is 11. And also lower values are added or subtracted into the lower values, that are 5 minus 10, that is minus 5, and minus 5 plus 9, that is plus 4. So your answer will be 11 4 for A plus B plus C. Add the numbers in the top line to get 11. The x component is 11, and the bottom line to get 4, the y component is 4. This is 11i plus 4j in the Cartesian component form. If you are finding the modulus value of the given vector, so we just take the square of the x component, also add to taking the square of y component, and the whole square root. This is the magnitude of the given vector. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, good. Next is the example 14, and the vector A is equals to 5i minus 12j. Okay, we have to find the value of A mod. It means that we have to find the value of magnitude of vector A and find the unit vector in the same direction as A. So first of all, magnitude is basically the square of 5 plus square of minus 12 whole square root. It will becomes 25 plus 144, that will becomes 169 square root, and 169 square root is 13. This is your first step, that is magnitude of A or modulus value of A. The second one is the unit vector in this direction of A. The unit vector has the formula, that is a vector divided by its magnitude. So what is the vector? That is 5i minus 12j. What is its magnitude? That is 13. So when we simplify it, when we separate its fraction, so it will becomes 5 over 13 I minus 12 over 13 j. Do you understand? So this is the unit vector along the direction of vector A. Any problem?
No.
Okay, you can also express this as 1 over 13 into 5 minus 12. So now you just use the column notation to express this unit vector, as we just take the common 1 over 13, and 5i minus 12j can be written in the form of this column matrix form. So this is the general figure, this is the general triangle for this given vector. From Pythagoras theorem, the magnitude of xi plus yj represented by the hypotenuse, that will becomes x square plus y square square root. Any problem in this example?
No.
Okay, next is given that a is equals to 5i plus j and b is equals to minus 2i minus 4j. Find the exact values of 2a plus b. So first of all, we have to find the inner term, that is 2a plus b. For inner term, we have to first find the value of 2a. 2a can be found by multiplying 2 with vector a. It will becomes 10 2, right? 2 into 5 1, and plus b is as it is, that is minus 2 4. So first of all, we multiply the 2 with these two terms, it will becomes 10 2 plus minus 2 minus 4. When we add these terms, it will becomes 8 and minus 2. So this is the answer of this vector 2a plus b, this simple vector. Now he is also asking about the modulus value or magnitude of this vector. So for magnitude of this vector, we have to take the square of 8, plus we have to take the square of minus 2, and also the square root of these two terms. It will become square root of 68. When we simplify it, your answer will be 2 square root of 17. He is simplifying without using a calculator. You can use the calculator for simplifying also. So next is the example exercise 5. You have to do exercise 5 also, and now your chapter is completed. First of all, you have to do these examples by yourself. Then I'll give you some questions from the exercise.